Today is all about grit and determination. Something I'm really not feeling today because I decided to skip my meal yesterday and I'll be running on empty the whole freaking time. But like I said in the last one, there's a job to do. And it don't matter if you're running on empty. The job is still there. So you nut up and get the job done. Or you go without. That's what we're looking at. If you're not prepared to go there, I don't know what to tell you. Because more than likely, should it all go bad, nobody's coming to save us. And that's just the way it is. Only 2 pieces in, my ass is already dragging. Alright, here's the problem. This tree has probably only been down 6-8 months, maybe, something like that. So it hasn't really been through the drying process in the way that we might hope. So the bigger pieces are still pretty green yet. That presents 2 problems. 1, green wood doesn't burn very well. Number 2, it is heavy, especially the big chunks. So, guess what? So I'll try to set this up so you can see my patented swing. You know that attraction they have on the Midway when you go to the fair with the old thing on the platform attached to the wire, and if you hit it hard enough with a maul, it'll go up to the top and ring the bell. This swing really impressed the guy that ran that attraction, even though I couldn't hit the thing in the right manner, it turns out, to make the little thing go up the wire and hit the bell. But before I left, he's like, "Man, that's cool." He says, "Do you mind if I use that?" Of course, seeing as how it's out of my control, I said, "Go right ahead."
I'd like to take a moment to interject here. Who in the hell is that guy? That's me? There's nothing left of me. That's some old man I don't even know. How the hell does this happen?
Well, I know how it happened, but I sure in the hell never expected that it would happen to me. I did not need to see this at this time. I've got a birthday coming up in a couple of weeks, and this doesn't help in the least, knowing that age-wise, it's only a downhill slide from here. Well, it's going to be an uphill slide, apparently, because according to what I'm seeing here, before too long, I'm not going to be able to do this shit at all. So bring on your communist takeover. Send in your hit squad. I'm ready to go, and I'm all in. But like I've said before, I don't think their hearts are in it. I don't think they're prepared to make the sacrifices, no less bleed for their cause. Okay, rant over. So what? I'm getting old. It happens. This is where it got a little weird. I heard something while I was out there. I'm going to look to my right here in just a second. Right there. I heard something. And It sounded like when they talk about Bigfoot and samurai speak, one word in samurai speak. And if I could copy what it sounded like this. Horrible! And then I never heard anything else after that. But when I was squatted over like that and I heard that, every hair on the back of my neck stood up. But like I said, I need wood and we're doing this. But I don't want to do it. It's too hard. So shit, get out there and get the job done. Here's a perfect example of why I'm doing what I'm doing or have to do what I'm doing. See that little spot there? That's all water from driving the wedge in. That's just like squeezing a sponge. If I split that now and put it up and keep it dry by the time I get to it and start burning it, instead of water pouring out of it like a pot that's trying to boil over, it might just let off a little hiss and steam. And at the very least, when it burns at that rate, yeah, you don't get great heat out of it, but you can keep it in the stove for a while, and it's a lot better than what I call boiling wood. Well, I knew it was going to be slow going, but it's more there than I had, and the logs are getting fewer and fewer. See, this, in my estimation, is what the young people who are pushing for communism and socialism don't understand. When it comes down to it, it's all about how bad you want it. Are you willing to walk through brambles? Are you willing to, of course you can't see it very well, just take the pain? Are you willing to bang yourself all to shit and keep on going? In the end, it's about how bad you want it. And based on what I've seen of the generation that cries for socialism and communism, they don't want it nearly as bad as we want to keep our freedom. And what they've never done before, a lot of us have done plenty of times and would be more than happy under the right circumstances and cause to do it again. Because when it comes down to being out in the world, y'all don't know what we know. You've never done it the way a lot of us have done it. But if you keep screwing around, you're gonna find out. And there's no worse way to learn a lesson than to do it the hard way. Believe me, I know. Is it as much as I wanted to do? Not really. It's a little more than I thought I'd do on an empty stomach, so we'll take it. For anybody who's wondering how long that little pile of wood might last here in a Wisconsin winter, number one, that depends on the time of the year. But if it was the middle of February and it's 0 or below, that's probably less than a week. Don't worry. I skip meals from time to time just because I can. Sometimes to save a little money. That's how I get ready for what's to come. Because as far as the worst case scenario goes, anybody who thinks they're going to be eating every day has not seen the worst case scenario. And like it or not, believe it or not, you're going to have to get out there and work on an empty stomach in the hopes that you might be able to eat the next night. And of course, you can't say you're done for the day if you don't unload the van. I'm getting there. I still don't think I have enough here to make it through an entire Wisconsin winter. But I think I have enough down. I just got to get it here. So here's a novel idea, because you never catch me more raw and more honest than when I'm hungry and tired. Here's a novel idea that humanity should try. Let's stop coming up with reasons to kill each other. Let's stop looking into the past and saying you did this and you did that and blah blah blah, and use that as an excuse for division and death. Humanity has been on that path before, but we've never really stuck to it. Grandpa Arnie put it best. I didn't realize I was getting old. It just kind of happened.